You must watch this top 1% hot lap if you want to improve around the Spanish Grand Prix circuit. DRS open, down the main straight and into turn 1. Brake at 70 meters or where the grey patch appears on the left, turn in at 50 meters, down to 4th gear, back on the power as you hit the apex and clip the inside curb. Positioning your right wheels on the red patch between the main curb and yellow curb, but not actually riding the yellow curb itself for stability. Full throttle for a moment, holding 4th gear, then lifting slightly as you reach the inside curb, mounting the entire curb to get the rotation needed to position yourself to the outside line on exit. Full throttle as you leave the curb up to 5th, allowing the car to run to the inside of turn 3. Hold a tight line all the way through the corner to minimize track distance, touching the curb for more rotation again, but never touch the grass. Bring the car to the left hand side and brake at 50 meters, turning in at the same time aiming for the inside, bleeding off the brakes up until the curb and down to 4th gear. Power out all the way to the outside of the circuit and straighten up the wheel for the best traction. Down the hill and hitting the brakes at 60 meters, using all of the curb on entry, 3rd gear, turning in almost immediately as hitting the brakes, ideally off the brakes and already on the throttle by the time you position your left tyres on top of the inside curb. Unfortunately, we understeer here, however it can be possible to avoid this inside curb for stability, so this can be quick in some cases. Smooth on the throttle as you approach the rumble strip and use all of the track available. Stay to the inside line if you can for turn 6, but to the outside for 7, braking just after the beginning of the entry curb whilst turning simultaneously. 4th gear, already off the brakes and onto the throttle before the apex, rushing the inside curb and accelerating hard. Full power as you reach the next corner, placing your right wheels on top of the yellow sausage curb, but keep the wheel straight to ensure the car is stable. Turn in at 9 when the entry curb disappears, riding it beforehand and riding the red and white inside curb with 6th gear and full throttle. Using the exit curb is optional, open DRS and subscribe to the channel down the straight. Brake at 90 meters, turn in as the gravel turns to grass on the right, 3rd gear, off the brakes when you reach the inside curb, touching the inside curb with the left tyres on top of the red and white section. Straighten the wheel on exit for better traction, even using more of the track on the outside if needed, only shifting up once reaching full throttle to avoid car balance issues. Move left to cut turn 11, turn in as you leave the curb with just a dab on the brakes, taking a long apex in 4th gear, getting as close as you can to the inside curb without touching it for stability. Release the steering to use all of the track on exit. Hold left and up to 6th gear at the same time as turning in just before the entry curb or as the right hand side wall disappears, aiming to ride the inside curb completely on the red and white section if you can, but you must not hook a wheel over the curb. Once again turning in as the entry curb ends, either holding 6th gear or up to 7th if needed with full throttle, riding the red and white curb fully if you can and using all of the exit curb. DRS is a 1 minute 11.068 and that's how you get into the top 1% of drivers in the world. The setup for this video is on screen now, and if you want to tailor this for the race situation, increase the reeling slightly for more downforce, be sure to change the differential throughout the lap depending on what part of the circuit you're in, using a lower percentage in high speed sweeping corners, and reduce the off differential and engine braking slightly. Leave the suspension geometry as it is to improve lap time, soften the front suspension marginally but stiffen the rear suspension a few clicks. Soften the front and rear anti-roll bars slightly for a more stable car, then increase the front ride height by a small amount. Leave the brake pressure but change the brake bias throughout a lap depending on the corner and your tyre wear. With the tyres, bring all the tyres all the way to the maximum, only reducing pressure if you're struggling for low speed traction. However, the pressures on your screen can be a good start. Good luck and let's race.